Hey YouTube, today I'm making the bottom bracket. It's going to be this guy here, fairly straightforward, and I'll be cutting it out of that piece there. Alright, so let's get started. Just need to take a few measurements to see how we're going for having the material in the middle. 11.67 to that hole. I need 11 mil either side here. 12.11. .66, 12.56, roughly measured. .5, 31.92, and I think that's finished at 31. So looks like I've got a little bit more thickness in the material at this point. And it should be good for the outside cut. Got a little bit more meat on than the last piece that I made. As I expected, I was a little bit out on the Z height, which has caused me to cut through a little bit quicker than sooner than expected, which in turn has cut out my tabs. Well, pretty much cut them out, allowing this guy to move. So what I'll do is I'll just take that piece out before it snaps off and breaks my cutter. Took this piece out before it had any chance to catch on the cutter, which it obviously hasn't just yet. So that's good. And we can continue on. Make sure it's not touching. And take it off feed hold. Oh, so that was the last cut, for the last pass. Got a little bit of a water issue at the moment here. About 0.6. So if I hadn't moved it across that 0.3, I would have had a 0.3 this side and I would have had a little bit more there. It is cleaning up that edge, but only just. And I probably did myself a bit of a bad turn there by moving it that fraction of a millimetre. Okay, this is where I'm leaking from, is up here. This guy here needs to be refitted, but obviously I need to put proper chains and everything on it to solve that problem. And for the time being, I'm just sort of kind of jerry-rigging it, because I don't normally do parts that deep. What I have done lately has been much smaller, and these cables haven't been an issue with that. So let's continue on and finish this up. I'm hoping we don't bash on this guy. Still ain't enough clearance, but I'm hoping I have. $15.25. Yeah, should be right behind there. $15.75. That's our breakthrough pass. Still got a little bit of a tab there, good. Probably should make those tabs bigger. I'm only making them, well, three quarters of a mil tab high, but half a mil cut through, so probably not that high when it's all said and done. This is the last pass. And there we have it. One hell of a mess in the process. And quite dangerous. But we got there in the end. Quick table clean. I'm running out of daylight here, so let's see if I can get that light on. There we go. Tiny little tab left. So I've got to work out which is going to give me the better finish, whether climb cutting or conventional cutting, because I'm just trying different ways to see which produce what kind of results. But let's unbolt it and have a closer look. Now that I've got it out there, I can have a better measure of this hole. Let's have a look. The gap's even, so well, roughly even, 5.8. Yeah, about 5.8. It's probably moved a little bit because it's only that little tab, but that is definitely under 6mm, which the cutter is meant to be. So it's probably 1/4 millimetre under what it's meant to be. So I might have to start making some allowances for that. How are we for width? Okay, so yeah, we went for width. It's hard to hold it with one hand and do this. I was after 150 millimeters, and I'm showing about 150 1/4, so I'm about 1/4 millimetre over. I can live with that. And $11mm, which is what I was after. Can't quite make out what I got there. Okay, now how long did that take? An hour and 43 minutes to complete that. As you saw, there was a lot of time involved in doing that slot cut here. That actually took a lot more time than any other part of the job. And that's it. Oh, I guess I should see how all this marries all up. Okay, let's do this from real time. I'll put some bolts through. I haven't tested this yet, so holes are a nice fit. So I might flip the guy over. Now, if only my board was that little bit wider. Okay, take two. Let's have another crack. And let's see if it matches. Right way up, yep. Very nice. How do we go for sides? Yep, can't complain of that. Oh, now I need to machine a little bit more off this top guy, because what I'm going to do is cut this piece off here, cut through there, cut this piece off so that it comes around here. This hole that I've got through here, I'm going to have a piece come up from the bottom side, and there's going to be a bolt go through it, and it's going to push on this face here as the adjustment. I thought there might have been a few spots that I missed along this side, which is this guy here. You can see the light just catches it right just in the starts about here, and it misses a little bit just here. It caught the top of it, so obviously this piece wasn't particularly square when they cut it, but you can't even feel anything there. So it was so close to catching it, and it wasn't funny. If I'd have left that 0.3 of a mil on, I would have been fine, but that's hindsight for you. And this is what the finished assembly looked like. Well, nearly. As I say, I need to remove this piece here, so I can push on here, and there'll be a piece that goes through there. The bolt then goes through the top to push up against this.